Well, I made a list over here. $327 in probably roughly hour and a half. That's what I spent. So first, I went to my mobility store, TELUS Mobility, because I received a new phone, iPhone 16 Plus Pro Max, right? But they never sent me, they said they will send me like a way bill or some paperwork that I can slap on the same box and ship them my old phone. But I didn't see any way bills in the emails they sent me. And there's a TELUS store not too far from my work, and so I just drove over there and I said, hey, I brought you the phone, except I forgot the cable. I forgot the cable, this one, and now it's of no use to me because my new phone uses USB-C, right? Like regular Android. And it's this one, but it's white. See, like all iPhones, they're white. But anyway, so they surprised me at the store. They said, no, we cannot take your phone. I said, can you just make a note on my account that the phone is returned, because it's bring it back deal, right, where they give you $500 off as long as you promise to bring back the old phone in good condition at the end of 2 years. So I have to give it back or pay $500, right? But the lady at the store says, no, we cannot do it, so please call them, call the customer center, or check your email, maybe your spam folder. You should see a way bill. Usually they do it simultaneously when they send you the new phone. But I haven't looked at my emails yet. Maybe I missed it somewhere there, but the first out of this $327 I spent, so I always, like, I experimented with many cases for phones, and I discovered that the best and the most practical is something like this, where you protect the rear, and then, yeah, I don't remember if I have I don't think I even put the screen protection on this one, because this is very nice. See, it has like also multiple layers. Like if you take this off, it still has this little thing in here. Like, and I dropped my phone multiple times, and this really helps. And of course, I stuck these on the back because I have a magnet holder in my Jeep Compass. Don't have anything yet in the Durango. And by the way, one of the previous customers who rented my vehicle screwed up the vent because they were trying to attach the little bracket for their phone in there, and I think they broke one of the pins in there. That thing that changes the direction of the vents, little handle. So I'm not sure how to fix it now. Like, do I have to book an appointment with somebody? Because it's a specific automotive part, probably costs like $3.50. But anyway, so that's my favorite setup for the phone, where you can clearly see the screen, but the rear is protected like this. And so while I was at this TELUS store, I said, hey, by the way, and I kept the phone in this little pouch. I got this from Nikon with one of the lenses, but it's super great. You put your phone in there, put it in the pocket, because I would hate to scratch it on day 2 of me owning this, or leasing rather, because I have to give it back after 2 years. But that might change. I might just pay him $500 and keep it. But anyway, I said, do you have something like this for the back? And she says, oh yeah, sure, we have this. And she shows me this, and by the way, look, it already has the built-in magnet, and the company is called Otterbox, and it's like triple layers there. And she says, you want me to install it for you? I said, no, I probably can do it myself. And she says, well, there's like 3 layers here, and she starts dismantling this thing into like 50 pieces. I said, you know what, maybe you should do it. I said, you know how to install it, right? And I said, please make sure it's for my specific i16 Pro Max. And I said, what is this? And she said, well, that's your camera, right? That's how you control your camera. And it's like a shortcut here. So this is specifically designed for this phone. And I said, okay, I'll take it. And we're going to the register, and she says $95. I said, wait, what? $95 for the cover? It's not even a full protection, right? And she says, well, it's because of this. Because this is a very famous company, and they are known for their super quality products that, you know, they protect the phone. I said, oh my God, $95. I'll take it. So that was $95. And then I started driving back, but at least she put it on. I started driving back, and I remember that my Jeep Compass is at the dealer, and they promised me that it will be done by the end of today. And I thought, wait a second, so how do I do this with two vehicles? I'm driving the Durango, and I thought, okay, you know what I can do? I can stop by. It was like still 4:30, and they open until 5:30 at the Chrysler dealer here. I said, I'm gonna stop by. If the Jeep is ready, I'm gonna pay the bill, grab the key, and then drive back home. And then in the morning, I'm gonna leave the Durango at home, and I'm gonna grab Uber or Lyft and take the key to the Jeep with me, right? And then Uber drop me off over there. And so I show up there, and sure enough, they say, at first they say, oh, we don't see your paperwork. Who's your advisor? And I remember text messages. I said, this guy. And I gave the lady the name. And so she went and she got the paperwork. And if you remember, I had a mild intermittent oil leak at the bottom of the engine on the passenger side. And then the check engine light came on. And so what they found is that the Jeep was overdue for oil change by 2,000 kilometers. And one of the leaks was actually through the fuel filter. I'm guessing fuel filter was plugged or something, like too dirty. But the other leak was through the what is it called? Timing cover. And so what they told me that, you know, it's best to do the oil change, and the timing cover was the seal in there was fixed under warranty. And then in the message, oh, hold on, in the message there was an interesting message here. You know, I'm already there waiting for the lady to bring the paperwork, and I open my brand new nice phone, and it says it's all done and ready to go. Oil leak fixed by replacing the oil filter, oil change, and doing the timing cover gasket. Oh, that's what it was. Timing cover gasket. So those were the leaks. Check engine light fixed by replacing the batteries. Okay. Ready for pickup anytime. Total after tax for oil change $167. He also made two other recommendations due to by mileage: cabin filter $84 and brake service to lubricate caliper pins and clean up the pads $228. If you would like to get these done, I can get them done tomorrow. If you would like to do them next time, I will just note them for now. Okay, and so when the lady brought the paperwork, I said, yeah, I'll do the filter, cabin filter and the brake service next time because it's too much money. I said, let me just pay for the oil change, $167. I did that, and I said I had a question. It says here in the message that the check engine light was fixed by replacing the batteries. Like, what the heck is that? She says, well, okay, let's pay how you're paying, debit, credit. Okay, done, boom, boom, this is your receipt. And she says, please go in the service department and see your advisor, the guy who was sending me the messages. So I find the guy, And I said, I just have one quick question. What batteries did you replace? Like, I'm thinking, what batteries are there? And the guy says, the main battery. Like, what? So it turns out that check engine light, I thought it was something to do with oil leak, you know, maybe low coolant or something. Turns out when they did the test, that check engine light, when they read the code, it was something to do with batteries. Basically, one of the batteries was showing weak power or something like that, and because of that, the starter was showing some error. So anyway, tested PCR and relay good, inspected battery connections and charging and relay is good. Carbon pile tested auxiliary battery and failed. Carbon pile tested main battery and failed as well. Carbon pile tested. Separated batteries and tested with GR8 and both fail. Main and auxiliary battery need to be replaced. Removed and replaced both auxiliary and main batteries. Reset IBS sensor. I have no idea what it is. It's like foreign language. Reset IBS sensor and connector and reset PCM ECU and cleared code. Started vehicle and code didn't return. Confirmed the leak. That aftermarket oil filter is leaking. Suggested replacing oil filter and doing oil change. Also found timing cover leaking as well. Timing cover needs to be resealed. Used borescope to confirm that timing cover is leaking oil. Wow, this guy is good, you know. So they treated my concerns seriously. So yeah, oil change is done. Leaks are fixed. Check engine light is fixed. So my 2-liter DOHC i4 turbo vehicle is ready to rock and roll. So yeah, I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow. Yeah, $167.63. Done. This is after $95, right? And then I discovered that, you know, yesterday I was carrying these old tires in the Durango, and I used the old tarp I borrowed from our shop. I said, guys, do you have any tarp that I can, you know, borrow? And they said, oh, take this one. It's a write-off. You can just throw it out after. And so I took that tarp, and that one has some kind of a, I don't know, like pieces of drywall. And because when the guys loaded those old tires after the tire swap, they spread the top, and then I noticed that when I threw the top out, the back of the seats was covered with these little pellets, you know, like a white pieces of something, you know. And so I figured, you know, it's been a while. I've been wanting to get a small vacuum that runs on 12 volts in the car. And so I went to Canadian Tire and also bought some towels that I used to clean up the car. But the main purchase was this. So this is a little vacuum. Oh, and before I was on my way inside the store, and I thought, wait, I don't think I saw a 12-volt plug in my Dodge Durango. So I went back inside, and in the center console between the second row and third row, I didn't even realize that I have 110 volts. Can you believe this? Wow, this would have been so helpful when I used to do everything on my laptop. So, you know, you're sitting inside and you worry about the power and it's always failing, but this thing has 110 volts right there. And I'm thinking, wait, where's my 12 volts? So I found one in the trunk. And so I went in, I asked the lady, I said, where's the small, and this is, the brand is Amaral. Actually, I use their, no, this is different. This is my favorite thing. That's what I use to clean the seats and doors. This is great for vinyl, leather, rubber. This is beautiful, and it smells very nice. And actually, I should have bought another one because this one is already empty. But yeah, this one is, yeah, I see it looks like this. And I have a couple of attachments, like this one, and then the one that's already on there. And so yeah, so I used this one and I cleaned up the back of seats really well. So you just plug it in. One thing I found is that the engine has to be running, otherwise there's no power at that 12 volt plug in the trunk. But this is great because I've been thinking about getting this, because quite often there's you know, dust on the when I clean up the mats in the Jeep Compass that I mostly use for Uber, and there's some dirt around the mat, right, and it's hard to clean, so this would be perfect. So I can use it like this, I can use it like this, or I can use it like this. No, wait. So this probably... so it's like dual. You stick this one and then this one comes on top, I think. Yeah, like this. Not sure what the point is of this. But yeah, right now I just use this one. So very nice. And that was... I started talking about money. So the towels and the vacuum. And these are the towels that are great for cleaning, you know, seats and stuff like that. And the door panels. So those were like $12 plus $44 for the vacuum. So I think I paid $65 for the Canadian Tire, and for the total of spent in less than 2 hours, $327. But I didn't spend it on booze or loose women. I spent it on oil change, the fancy cover for my expensive phone, towels, and vacuum. So I think I did good.